product placement. So today what we want to talk about is the thermic effect of food. And it's a phrase that Gary from the gym might just throw out there to try and make himself sound smarter. The definition that you get in the research papers of the thermic effect of food, or TEF, T-E-F, is that you have an elevated metabolic rate or calorie burn following eating food. And it's fairly simple. It basically means that we require energy or calories to digest and metabolize food. So think about it. When you have a building and you want to break it down, that process still requires fuel. It requires people to maneuver the wrecking ball and requires energy to make the whole process happen. It's exactly the same with food. We need energy to break our food down. Now this brings up a debate in terms of Gary from the gym is saying, I want to keep my metabolism super high because of the thermic effect of feeding, so I'm going to have 8 meals today. Great. Well, let's look a bit more into this. The individual breakdown of the thermic effect of each macronutrient is as follows. Protein is a much higher rate, so you will generally burn about 20 to 30% of the calories you intake worth of protein. So if you have 100 calories worth of protein, 20 to 30 of them will be used within the thermic effect of breaking down the protein source. Carbohydrates are slightly lower. They rate at 5 to 15%. So if you have 100 calories worth of carbohydrates, 10 of those will be used for the thermic effect of feeding. And finally, fat is the lowest. The research shows that it is just 0% to 3% worth of calories, i.e. 100 calories worth of fat, up to 3 of them will be used for the thermic effect of feeding. However, it is very rare that someone will simply get 100 grams or 100 calories worth of pure protein. It doesn't work like that. Most foods have what I like to call residue macronutrients. For example, bagels are primarily a carbohydrate source, but still have 10 grams of protein. It doesn't mean that they're a protein source. They're still a primary carbohydrate source. So we have to look at the thermic effect of mixed feeding. Having meals that contain carbohydrate, fat, and protein all at the same time, because that is real life. Now, the thermic effect of mixed feeding on average is roughly 10%. So then let's apply this to our meal frequency principle. How many meals should you be eating? So let's take Gary. Gary is on about eating 10 meals per day. Each meal is 300 calories. Now the thermic effect of each meal is going to be 10%, 30 calories, times that by 10 equals for the day, 300 calories. Let's take Alan. Alan is your regular gym goer. He has 3,000 calories still, but can only eat 3 times a day because that's all time permits. And I'm sure a lot of us can relate to that. Now the thermic effect of the 1,000 calorie meal is going to be 10%, 100. Times that over 3 meals, 300 calories again. It shows us that meal frequency has no impact on your metabolism. So the best way to go about it is just do what works for you. Fit the meals and hit the calorie balance that you can hit. The only time that I would start to pay attention to meal frequency is in relation to muscle protein synthesis. Guess what I did a video on the other day? Go check it out. As I said, don't worry too much about meal frequency. Do what works for you and what you can adhere to. It's you that's got to do it in the long run. Hope that helps. As always, if you feel of benefit, then feel free to share it. And as always, catch you in the next one.